Password accepted. You may now enter the bunker.
And welcome everybody for you the people to survive and thrive in today's world. And today is Launch Missile Day. It is Friday here at the bunker, and we are going to be going over some interesting topics, and we're going to be sharing a quote with you today. My name is Jonathan Bahai. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am the co-host of this show and also the owner of this 64,000 square foot nuclear bunker, which you have all entered into. At least those who are enterthebunker.com/live, that is where you enter the bunker, and that is where you will have a chance when this little timer goes to 0, we will be picking a location where you launched a positivity missile to somewhere in the world from this bunker. Go to enterthebunker.com/live. Join us in the chat there. You become a part of the bunker community and give us the city, state, and country where you want your missile launched to. We will launch it, and then if it turns out to be the winner at the end of this countdown, you just won $1,000 just joining us here in the chat and being a part of the community. And that is me. I am married with 2 children. I love to talk about cryptocurrencies. I'm a total geek when it comes to it, so I'm loving all this Bitcoin action. And I also love the fact that we are doing this, so.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. All right, and I am Kelly Cadell. I'm a bunker, I am a production. I am a production supervisor here at Enter the Bunker. I also co-host the show with Jonathan. I also have 2 children, and I'm super excited because I think today's the day that we might be giving away the $1,000 if I can get my aim on. So root for me, guys. Have the positive mindset that I will get your location. In order to do that, like Jonathan said, you have to go to enterthebunker.com/live. That is the only spot that you will be able to get your locations in.
Yes.
And you'll be able to shoot 2 missiles anywhere in the entire world. Anywheres.
Yes.
That's exciting.
And we got a little extra today too, don't we? If
Yes.
you want to be able to get in more locations.
Yes, we do. Spill those, or do you want me to spill those?
You do it.
Okay, so yesterday we did something a little different where if you added a friend to the chat, you were able to get in an extra safe code. But today, where we're not at the safe, we're at the map. If you add a friend and they come in the chat, you let us know, we'll give you an extra location. So you'll be able to get in 3 locations, which will put you up to 18 chances to win $1,000. So
wow,
that's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. So during this show, we're going to talk about a quote. Want to get started with that?
Yes, we have a very excellent quote today, which is right in line with our channel.
Yes.
And the quote of the day for your Friday is, when you think positive, good things happen. Matt Kemp.
Yep.
I'm kind of wondering how Matt Kemp managed to be able to get the quotable on that, because that seems like a very straightforward statement.
Right.
When you think positive, good things happen. Yeah. It seems like that's the kind of thing that
given.
everybody would say.
Manifestation, back to that.
True,
Yeah.
true, yeah. So yeah, so chat, let us know what you think about this quote. When you think positive, good things happen. Is it true, or is this just not true? Share with us a story of how when you thought about something positive, good things happen to you.
Yep.
Share the story with us in the chat, and also give us the locations where you want to launch those positivity missiles, and then we'll be able to get those in for sure. Now, for me, I think that this is 100% true. I mean, we talk about this a lot on the show when we talk about manifesting things into existence.
Yes,
and it's
we do
like
talk about that a lot.
what you think is like your thoughts are things, your thoughts are real things, and that when you start to think positive things, you become an attractor of those positive things, and the good things start to happen in your life. It's so difficult to not have good things happen to you when you think positive.
When you think positive, right.
It really is.
Because even if something kind of crappy happens, if you're still in that positive mindset, you're most likely going to be able to think your way out of it, or at least find a solution to that problem more quickly than if you're in the negative mindset.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Oh, that reminds me actually of a story from a movie. Do you remember that movie? It was called Catch Me If You Can,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Starring, who's that guy? That guy.
That guy. Matthew McConaughey.
No, it wasn't Matthew McConaughey. It was
Yes, it was.
DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks?
And Tom Hanks
Yeah.
and the other guy who they wanted to nominate for president a number of years ago. I'm trying to remember his name, but he was his father.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such an awesome actor too, and I can't think of his name right now. Anyways, so they're sitting down. So his father always had this Christopher Walken. That's right.
Yes.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
So he has this interesting story that he tells his son, and his son, takes it too, right?
Yeah.
And the story goes something like, there are two mice that fall into a bowl of milk.
Okay.
Right? One of the mice, now what's going to happen? One of the mice is going to drown. Like, is the mouse going to drown, or is he going to find a way to get out?
Right.
Right? So I'm trying to remember how he said it, but basically he said one mouse realizes one mouse gives up,
Yeah.
and he ends up drowning in the milk. The other mouse keeps running so fast, he turns that milk into cheese and gets out. Right?
Yeah.
So that it just.
I don't remember that part, but as you're explaining the story, I was thinking about the other mouse using the other mouse as like a step ladder.
That is not a good thing to say. It's like, the way to get ahead is to step on other people's heads.
He turns the cream into butter.
He turns the cream into butter. That's
Yes.
right. Yes, yes. So his father had this saying, and he always says, "Which one am I?"
Yeah.
Right? Which one are you?
Yeah.
Right? And so Leonardo, like the character in Leonardo, when he's sitting down to table to say grace,
Yeah.
he ends up telling that story as his grace.
Yeah.
So then, because he doesn't know what to say otherwise, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's the whole idea of, positivity, is just like having, like, that mouse was just like the one that had the positive outlook. Like, if I do this, then I'm going to make it out.
What's that
right?
word that we used before that starts with an R? It when you're in the mindset of, if something happens, you get it done. You're
Resourceful.
resourceful.
Resourceful,
Yeah. So that's
yes.
kind of like the same thing almost.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's
You
having,
found out a way to solve the problem.
Yeah, and that doesn't come from being negative. It comes
No.
from being positive.
Yeah.
It's that there's a way, it's a can-do attitude,
Yeah.
and that I'm going to find a way, and having that positivity to actually go at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Chat, do you think if you think positive, good things will happen? Do you think that's just a fact of life? Because I feel like that's a fact of life. And I'm also wondering how we got that quote.
Yeah.
Because I could have said that.
Yeah, I can claim it.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say hi to some in the chat here too. We
Sure.
haven't done that yet. So we got Tyrell. Hello, Tyrell. I haven't seen you in a while. Samelia. Welcome back, Samelia. We got Samuel and Stewie. Hey guys, hey. And Noble is typing. Welcome, Noble. So guys, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you are, if you're sending in locations on one of those platforms, you need to be enter the bunker chat, because once you do, you've officially entered the bunker virtually. So do that. That way you can have your chances to win $1,000 and talk positivity. Everyone needs, I think, just a little oomph in their day about positivity. And
100%.
That's what we all want to bring to each other.
100%. Even, I mean, like, people who are successful, I mean, they surround themselves with positivity.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, sometimes they'll just, like, cut out whatever negativity is happening in their lives.
Right.
Because they go so far, they need to there's no room for it. Right?
You don't have room for that.
So add this
I
to
feel
your,
like that's a lot of people's mindsets are like that right now too. They're like, cut out the negative people, let's get on with good things. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people on my Facebook are sharing stuff like that, just little things like that all it kind of refers back to, like, I'm sick of negative people in my life.
100%.
Let's work together and be positive.
So in other words, you're saying everybody should enter the bunker.
Yeah, pretty much the gist of it, folks. All
Okay,
right.
30 seconds to get your locations in.
Noble says, if you can't have any doubts if you think positive. I think you can have doubts if you think positive, but it's your positive thinking that helps you eliminate that doubt quicker.
Overcome the doubt.
Overcome,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
yeah, not eliminate, it's more overcome.
That's
agree.
right.
All right, so I'm gonna name off some of the locations, and then we'll be taking our shots for the first $1,000. Remember, guys, if you have a friend that you think should be in this chat, add them, let us know you added them, make sure they join the chat, and you will get an extra map location. Woo woo. All right, so we have Burnaby, BC, Canada from Samelia, downtown Dubai from Tyrell. Samuel sent in Timbuktu, Mali, and Yurt Nokosoikoya, Salvador. Samuel. Stewie sent in Cairo, Egypt, and New York City, New York. Noble is Moscow, Russia, and Debert, Nova Scotia.
Woo!
Tyrell has also sent in Westminster, London, and also Camelia sent in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So,
Just give me like 2 seconds to add those last two, and we'll be ready to go.
Okay,
Perfect.
so while we're getting those last few in, I'll tell you how this works. What's going to happen is Kelly is going to spin around 3 times in 3 different locations. She'll be starting from the right side of the map to the center to the left. Then what'll happen is I'll be watching the chat. You'll have an opportunity to be able to give the directions which she is going to fire. So she is going to be able to point up, down, left, or right. So what you need to do is give us 3 directions of where you want her to point, depending on where she's on the map and where your positivity missile had landed.
right, so you want to be smart about it.
Be smart about it, because if you're the first person to be able to do that, then we could potentially be able to hit where your location is, and you just won $1,000.
If you think positive, good things happen.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to use the power of positivity to make this happen. It could be worth $1,000, so today's the day to do it.
Right? That quote works so well right there.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready for my first shot.
Okay. All right, folks, so she's going to be starting from over here. So what you want to do is get ready to give directions on where she's going to fire. And once I see the first one in the chat, I will stop her and take the directions from the first one. And go.
Woohoo!
Okay, I'm watching the chat. Stop. Samuel Jack Portier. He was the first.
Okay,
And he said, left, up, left.
so left, up, left.
Whoa, just off the coast of Portugal.
That's where I want to travel to. First spot I want to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Portugal?
I don't know. The beaches.
The beaches. Okay, okay.
Yeah, no. The best thing about summer. Right outside of Portugal, right on the coast. Yeah, right above his finger, like 3 inches.
Yep, perfect. So we're going to be taking another shot. It's going to be happening from here. So you want to be sure to think about where you want her to point once she stops. We're going to give $1,000 to somebody today. Let's do it. Go.
Spin.
Watching the chat now. Whoever's the first is the first I'll take. And stop. Samuel got it in again.
Samuel is on the ball.
All he said was, up, up.
Up, up.
Oh, Libya got hit. Nice one.
I was hoping you would go up, up, all the way to Norway at the very top there. He wanted you to do 2 big ups, but he didn't specify.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can be like more specific too. Like big up, little over.
Big,
little right.
up, medium.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Because like, that's my thing. I never know. I try to do the same every time.
So next, she's going to be firing from right here. So think about, she'll be right in front of North America. So anybody who's actually got some locations there, you got to think about where you want her to point. So I'm going to start watching the chat now.
Okay.
And go. She's spinning. I'm watching for the next directions. Here we go. Stop. Noble
best way to
Canadian has taken advantage of the extra directions.
Woo-hoo!
And this is what he says.
Okay.
Large, large up, large right, and large right.
So large up, large right,
Large right.
right.
Woo! Right into Kazakhstan. Right over here.
Oh no.
Again,
Well, it's not my fault.
up here.
Yeah. There you go. Right in the center of that. Oh, gross.
So, we didn't get a winner that time, but we are going to try again at the end of the show. You still have a chance, for those of you who are new to the chat, to be able to refer a friend and be able to get more entries in. Or, if you are just coming to the chat, you can put in 2 entries. People on TikTok, that's where you need to go. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all you guys that are watching everywhere else, you got to come to enterthebunker.com/live if you want to be able to win $1,000. Countdown will be starting any second now for the next part.
I'm just giggling. Samelia in here is like, dang it, Noble. And then Noble's like, LOL, Sam. All right. So we do have a couple people new to the chat right now, or not new to the chat, but like in the chat that's just joined. So like Jonathan said, for those of you who have just joined, get those 2 locations in. And if you refer that friend and the friend joins, you'll be able to have an extra one. So that's super excited. Beverly, Pacific Ocean is not a one. I know I hit it often, but it's pretty vague. All right, so for our topic today is 42 good things that happened in 2020. So we're going to reflect back on the year of 2020.
Right.
It was a rough year for most.
Rough year for most, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a good time to do so, considering it was right around this time next week that everything started to really
Yeah.
shut down.
It was around this time that we actually started to get shut down.
March 17th was when the bunker closed
That's the day we closed, yes.
to the public. Okay, so let's talk about it. Did you read through any of these yet?
I was going through it, and some of them are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting that there was more given to charities over the course of the year.
Yep. That is
com-
very interesting.
Compared to last year, 7.2%. Considering that that's in the midst of a economic contraction, wow.
Like,
That's a lot of generosity.
Yeah, we're still in, Nova Scotia is still in a state of emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is, I mean, a lot of the world still is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. Like when it first started happening, I was like, oh crap, like, this is crazy. And now I forgot. And then I was on a Nova Scotia government website the other day, and it's like, please remember, Nova Scotia is still in a state of I don't know, something about a state of emergency. I was like, oh yeah, we still are.
Yeah. It hasn't been lifted.
Polio has officially been eliminated in Africa. So they got the Rona, but they got rid of polio, so that's a bonus.
I actually saw something on Netflix this has actually something to do with Bill Gates. I don't know if
Okay.
you knew that or not.
No.
So apparently one of his missions in Africa was to eliminate polio.
Okay.
And they kept on, and so when they first tried to do it, they found that the first issue they had when they were trying to eliminate polio in Africa was the fact that there was no accurate map of the region.
Oh.
So they ended up creating this whole satellite system of that completely.
So it didn't have towns and stuff?
It didn't. Yeah. So what was happening is they would send out the doctors to these places to vaccinate for the polio. The problem was that they were getting to certain places, but there were places they were missing just because they weren't on the map.
Right.
Right. So they ended up getting a better map to start, and then they realized, oh, wait a minute, there's all these places that we were missing. And then they started doing this kind of projections using statistical data on determining where the largest outbreaks are likely to happen and starting there with their vaccinations.
Okay.
And they did that, and it looks like it worked. I remember seeing this, and I'm trying to remember what documentary this was. I think it was Inside Bill's Brain or something like that. It was called something like that, yeah. So
scary.
Yeah, it was, but it was interesting anyway, this whole thing about eliminating polio in Africa, so.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, I think, on here is home gardening bloomed in popularity. So people started growing their own food, which
I saw that. Yeah.
needs to be a number one thing. Like, I think they should teach that in schools.
100%. I mean, there's a big, I mean, I think this really woke a lot of
Barefoot
people
Farmers.
up. Yeah, Barefoot Farmers was a charity that we gave to previously.
And they actually started their own program. So if you needed seeds or whatever, they would come and they'd come to your house, they'd help you build your garden, and then you could sell off your stuff to them. So they were actually helping you make money even.
Nice.
Because you'd sell their stuff and then they would donate it to families who need it.
Nice.
Yeah.
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 And I mean, the truth is that like this whole thing what happened with the pandemic in the past year, I think opened up a lot of people's eyes to the issues we have with the supply chain system of just the food
Right.
we know that we expect to
Yeah.
see at stores and things like that. And people were just like, oh my gosh, this could stop.
Yeah.
And that's what turned a lot of people to, man, I'm going to start growing my own food from now
Yeah.
on. And so that's what led to this, which is a good thing because how often do we hear, grow local, sort of thing, and try to buy local and,
Yeah.
and whatnot, but a lot of people just don't do it because it's just so convenient,
Right.
with what we have at the stores.
It's true.
Right?
But when everyone was locked up, what do?
What do you do?
You fend for yourself and you get her done with that
That's right.
positive mindset.
That's right. You get resourceful.
Resourceful,
Yeah.
yes. What other one? Which one do you like?
So,
A California highway became the first made from recycled plastic in the U.S.
what?
Yeah. Technisoil Industrial created a technology that infuses existing asphalt sorry, with recycled plastic, making it safer, flatter, and more durable. In October, 3 lanes of a 1,000-foot highway segment were successful replaced. Now that's cool.
That's pretty amazing.
We need to, Nova Scotia's implemented a thing like single-use plastics.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, like, they're weaning those out. So, it's good that they've actually found something to use the plastic with.
Yeah.
Roads.
Yeah, another documentary, and I can't even remember the name of it, but all of them seem to agree that plastics are like the biggest polluter and the biggest urgent issue that we have in the world today.
Yeah.
So finding a way to be able to take those single-use plastics and turn them into something else is going to be a big hit for whoever can come up with that technology.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
For sure. Okay, so let's read what some of the chat's saying. Do you guys know, do you know of anything, start off with, that's something good that came from 2020? Let's reflect back on that year for a second, and so long ago, wasn't it? And find out something good that happened. Did you see anything in that list that triggered your mind?
So, I think that it's interesting that while all this was going on, we had some major advancements in space exploration.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So the most advanced rover yet has been launched to Mars, the Perseverance, and a spaceship was landed on an asteroid for the first time. So we know Perseverance
Yes.
has now landed
Yep.
since it was launched, which is great. But the fact that we're suddenly doing all this space exploration is very interesting, that we're making those advancements. So that was good. Animal shelters were emptier than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could see that where everybody had to be locked up. They were always looking for companionship.
I actually
so,
just read that one too, and I was going to announce it
So
too. Yeah.
people were looking to adopt dogs or adopt cats, and yeah, so that's really good news for animal shelters.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably because people are feeling more lonely being stuck at home. So they're like, hey, I need a friend.
Yep.
Help me, help me, help me. Okay, another one that I did just see. It was about, Finland gave equal parental leave to all parents. So, that's good for Finland.
A law enacted in 2020 means that starting in 2021,
Yeah.
as of now, all parents will receive 164 days of leave regardless of the gender or biology. A single parent receives double. Wow, full year.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get a full year here.
Yeah, actually, this is actually kind of catching up to where we are because this looks like what we already
Yes,
have.
exactly. So I think here you can split it up like the mother and the father. The mother can take the whole thing. Like you can split it up, and I mean that's pretty much what that's exactly doing. So that's great. Finland also, I think they have a really good school system there. So it's good that they're catching it. I think we need to catch up to their school system, like they caught up to our maternity.
Yeah, let's trade.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is interesting. Tech startup Air Company found a way to create carbon negative rocket fuel? Really? With NASA award-winning carbon conversion technology, captured CO2 from the air can be used for rocket fuel instead of fossil fuels. Whoa, that is a breakthrough. Why can't we do that with cars?
Yeah, we probably can.
Like, yeah.
Because they make too much money off of gas.
That's true, that's true. That'll stop soon.
I think there's a company that recently made a hydrogen-powered car.
Yes, they've been researching hydrogen power for a really long time, and especially Ford. I know they've been doing a lot of research in that. But and now I've noticed that Ford now has an electric car too. I don't know if you're looking.
Yeah, I'm definitely not looking.
Somebody mentioned it in a comment the other day.
Okay.
Because the gas prices went up, and I was like, oh, time to buy a Tesla. And someone said, hey, what about the Mach-E?
Yeah.
So apparently they used the Mustang and turned it into an electric car.
Yeah.
And it's
That's decent.
It's actually an SUV.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an SUV model. So it looks pretty good, and it looks like Ford did it. Like it's really now it's not just Tesla in the electric car game. Now it's everybody getting into it. So that's good news.
Yeah. I guess Noble. I'm just trying to get caught up here on the chat. I think it's time to launch our missiles too.
Yeah, the timer didn't turn on those.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was wondering where it went, and I was like, we're way past time. I guess Noble wrote a book.
What?
Yeah.
That is awesome,
I'm thinking,
Noble.
Am I correct there, Bailey?
That's what it looks like.
Okay, yeah. They're all talking about it in there amongst themselves, and they've looked it up, and Samuel's looking forward to reading it. So that's great.
Wow. One of our staff wrote a book last year. Awesome.
Yeah.
One of our staff. One of the people in chat.
Part of our community.
Part of our community.
Yes, yes. All right, so if you ever think of anything that good that you can think of that came from 2021, be sure to let us know. You have all day. We don't have to stray from this topic as soon as we're done.
So for everyone who's
I'll read the locations too.
Yeah, so read locations,
Yeah.
and then I'll tell them what to do next.
We got Whitehorse, Yukon, Canada, and Sackville, New Brunswick, Canada. That's it. But there was a couple new people in there. They didn't get it in. Oh well, time's up.
Time's up.
Time's
It's time to go.
All right, so you tell them what to do.
Here's what's going to happen, chat.
Directions.
What's going to happen is I'm going to spin around this time, and then I'm going to be in 3 different locations, and you have to give me directions on where I'm going to aim. Wherever your positivity missile was launched, I am going to try to hit it with the directions that you give me. So hopefully you give me really good directions, and I can hit it so that you win $1,000. It's that simple.
I really want to do
Up, down, left, right, and we are
Get
now
specific.
adding the ability to be able to say large, medium, small. Again.
big,
So,
medium,
big,
large, whatever, however you
Large,
want to say
medium,
it.
small.
Grande,
Yeah.
petite.
large, medium, small on the directions are now variables that you can add, and we'll try and we'll mimic that.
Yeah.
So I'm starting from over here.
Yep. And I will watch the comments. All right, guys, get your directions in now. Go.
Here we go.
Go, 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 go. Oh, stop.
Oh. Oh, stop. Let's just let you go for a while until I stop. Okay.
All right. It was Noble, and Noble says, large left, large down.
What? Large left, large down. I almost hit the Antarctica.
I'm not even sure if my mouse can reach that, let alone because I can't even see it. Where's my...
It's right down. Oh, you're close. Right here.
Circle now.
There you go. Now.
No.
Right.
Do the-
As far down as I can get.
Yeah,
but
you're too far
you're
over.
above
It's
it.
right over
You're
here.
below it. All right, I'll get painting.
So here.
Close.
Everyone's ripping on Noble
Look at the
again.
screen that I'm zooming in on, Jake.
There you go. You got it. Perfect. No $1,000 there, Noble. Got the penguins though.
Are there any cities down there, says Noble. Samuel says, WTH, Noble down?
Realize what that meant.
Poor Noble. All right.
All right, next shot's coming. Start putting in your submissions for directions
When he
now.
starts, yep, go.
You're supposed to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
When to okay.
Jennifer, we'll get back to you in just a second. So it's from Samelia, and it's big left, big up, left.
No, wait.
Okay, start for
Are you sure again?
Yes, so big up.
Big up.
Nope.
Nope.
Scratch. Big left,
Left.
big up,
Big up.
and normal left.
Normal left. Oh. Off the coast of Alaska.
Alaska, folks.
Way up there in the corner. Yep. Woo!
Darn.
There's only one last chance, folks.
Don't be so generous with your bigs, okay?
Yeah, you're sending me all over the place here.
Yeah, your bigs are big.
Well, they're saying big. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, it's big.
Maybe they need more of a medium.
Yeah.
There needs to be a medium. Small, medium, large.
Yeah, small, medium, large. All right, we're locked and loaded. Okay,
Okay, here we go. And I'm spinning.
and
now.
start.
Here we go. Give me the directions. Make sure you do good this time. I'm trying to get you $1,000.
Stop.
Oh, okay.
Right, huge up, right.
Right.
Huge
Huge up.
Right.
Right. Woo, it's stuck in Finland.
It wasn't even a big, that was a huge.
Was there anything there? I didn't even know if there was a.
think-
Oh, he was going for Norway way up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was that Sam that said that?
yeah.
Yeah, Sam.
Oh.
That's
Samuel,
actually
yeah.
Samuel's hometown. I said, yeah, this is my hometown.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
so
gosh,
cool.
that's so cool.
Awesome.
So, sorry, didn't make it this time, but we're gonna try again.
I always smash the table.
We're gonna try again on Monday, but we're gonna try it with a safe this time, and you'll be able to get us a code to win $1,000. And then Tuesday, we'll be doing the map again. We do this every day, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Friday, here at Enter the Bunker.
We sure do.
We sure do.
All right, so if you like this video, don't forget to like the video wherever you're at, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do whatever you have to do to get that notification. We're also going to send in directions to download the Rocket Chat app, which is the chat we use for Enter the Bunker. We'll send those right now, so before you guys leave, you can download the app. If you just want to wait a couple seconds after we do say goodbye, it's going to be sent off in like 2 minutes, if or less. She's just putting away the Roman camera. All right, guys, so don't forget, we live stream Monday to Friday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we can't wait to see you Monday. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
See ya.
Have a positive weekend.